For the hundreds of Bahamians living with disabilities, lockdowns and restrictions in recent months have forced many into isolation and increased challenges in living. But according to the Bahamas National Council for Disability, ongoing efforts, as difficult as they may seem, remain in place to keep members active and engaged in society. Lloyd Allen is live this morning with that organization. Good morning again, Lloyd.
Well, that's 100% correct, LaDawn. Again, this morning we're in the area of Collins Avenue speaking with members of the Bahamas National Council for Disability. Just a few days ago, the organization had an event to really engage its members, and helping us to understand that is its president, Ms. Monique Carey. Now, Ms. Carey, welcome to the morning edition, and talk to us a little bit about that recent initiative with your organization.
Thank you. Good morning. Well, what we did on Saturday was we had volunteers come down and we did a cleanup campaign that entailed cleaning the inside and outside of the building, and it also involved us having breakfast served to persons of our organization. That was done by Gracious Givers. It's a group of persons who volunteer their time and energy into the community. And so we decided to incorporate both that, the feeding and the cleaning campaign one time, because based on COVID, we have not been able to do the cleaning that we usually do. So it was an excellent opportunity to engage that organization and our organization at the same time.
And speaking about COVID, I know this started here in the country almost 6 months ago, and I would believe one of those groups within our society that's been impacted significantly are persons with disability, specifically in regards to mobility and even isolation.
Yes, well, definitely it has impacted persons with disabilities. And namely, I guess it's probably impacted their employment opportunities and the opportunities to actually be able to get around, because the buses weren't moving. Public transportation has not been in effect. Only recently it's been re-engaged. So it has definitely impacted the disabled community. So we're doing the best that we can to actually still be able to get around and be as independent as we possibly can be.
Now, also speaking with us this morning is Cheyenne Chipman. He's a public relations officer for this organization. You estimate that there is about 10% of persons within our society that suffer from some form of disability. But keeping that in mind and moving forward, outside of this recent initiative, are there any other initiatives coming up to help these persons to get onto the outdoors and still be engaged and active members of society?
Well, one of the things that I was allowed to do by our president, President Carey here, was during the COVID, what we wanted to do based on, everything that was happening in the country and transportation not being up and running was creating a database for the core neighborhoods in the inner city, because there are a lot of people that are physically challenged. One of the things, or one of the initiatives that President Carey allows the council to carry out is not only people that are physically challenged, but our seniors as well, that may be down in age and maybe be bedridden, or maybe even have physical challenges based on their age. We also want to continue our feeding programs, which is monthly. We also have a Thanksgiving program that we do annually. We also have a Christmas project that we do annually. And, thanks to the initiative brought to by the president and some of our members, we were able to, just carry out those. And based on the times, even though times are challenging, we were still able to, make some things happen. And one of the major things that we are actually working on as we speak, again, is creating a database of everybody from the inner city or the four core neighborhoods, St. Barnabas, Engliston, Centerville, Bain, and Grantstown, because there are a lot of physically challenged people or differently able people in those communities that we don't know about. So this is also one of the initiatives that we want to do when it comes to building membership. And because of the president's initiative, we are now allowed to, kind of spread our wings in the wider community. That way we know what's going on. So when we have our monthly initiatives, our monthly feeding programs, we not only look at the people that can show up, but we have an idea of who's in the community that we can reach out to them that cannot come to us. And that way we're able to spread our wings as the council and make better decisions, underneath our president.
And finally, before we wrap up, the last time I spoke with Ms. Carey, she kind of gave us some background on how she came into this world with a disability. But if you can share quickly, I know your face from around town, and how did this, what is your condition and how did it happen?
Well, my condition is called spinal decompression. Coming from the Chipman family, we're engaged in Junkanoo over the years, and I was at one point in the Marshall Corps of the Roots Junkanoo organization. I helped with the design, and during that period, if the frames of the major pieces were engineered wrong, you built the majority of the weight in front of the costume rather than in the back. And carrying those costumes over the years, being 6'4", they're not designed for someone my height. But working in the Marshall Corps, Roots were the underdogs and you didn't want your team to lose. So I would get underneath the costume many years, 20-something years, and I would carry them around Bay Street myself. Even though they were heavy and they put a lot of pressure on my spine, I didn't pay much attention to it. But over the years, the deterioration in the cartilage in my spine, deteriorated, and I now have what you call spinal decompression. I think there's an opportunity to have surgery done, one more surgery done, and maybe that'll help with getting off crutches and therapy and all that stuff.
All right, well, we're definitely praying for you. Interesting way to put that plug in for Roots. But again, of course, here in the Bahamas, we support Junkanoo at all levels. And again, we celebrate your organization to keep its current members. You say about 100 persons now and growing, involved and engaged as we continue as a nation to undergo this issue of COVID-19. Reporting here from the area of Collins Avenue for the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.